On this episode of Buffsgarage, I'm here helping get this 2012 Subaru going again. I don't know anything about Subarus, but thankfully, she does. Let me show you the car and show you who it's for. So this is a 2012 Subaru Outback, and I truly know nothing about anything like this, nothing modern at all. But here we are. I told her I'd come up and help, and I know you've seen Julia before. If you guys remember the last video, well, the second to last video, Julia showed up to help me do the camera work and just honestly enjoy the trip the whole time, and we had a blast. So I said, hey, I hear your car's not acting right, and I ignorantly said, yeah, I'll come up and help you with it.
Ignorantly?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Subarus.
That's
so
where I come in.
So tell me about your Subaru, because you apparently have done a lot to this car.
Yeah, this is a 2012 Subaru Outback 2.5i limited trim. It has about 230,000 miles on it. We've done head gaskets at 110,000. The biggest one was the new CVT, and this thing at 180. And she's been running pretty well since then, but a couple thousand miles after that, I hit a deer. So then we Frankenstein the whole face. So you'll obviously see some trim popping out because I've never done any of it before. And it was a good week spent out in the good Iowa sun, just putting her back together. So now we have a pretty terrible noise, and I can pop the hood and demonstrate some of this noise if you want to hear it.
Yeah, let's take a listen. Okay, it's definitely coming from the back somewhere. Somewhere in this vicinity. So I didn't say I could fix it, but I did say I'd come up and take a look and see if we can't help her get her car back on the road. And she's also launching her own YouTube channel and on Facebook and on Instagram called Sacred Not Scared, where she does projects like this and many other things. So go ahead and check her channel out and see what she's up to. I know she's got at least a video up. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to try to do it. And we got less than 5 days to get it done. Not only do we got to get this car running and driving like it should, but it also has a lot of body damage. And I told her, you got a carport. So I said, let's see if we can't get it running and driving and stopping and maybe do a full paint job all in less than 5 days right here in a carport in somewhere in Iowa. Should be fine.
Wait, I have a flashlight.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring a flashlight.
It's okay, I have one. I don't know if you can see in here, but you can see there's oil pooling right down on top of the engine here, and it goes, whoops, there's it right there, and then it's all the way back here, so that's valve cover seal, so we're gonna do that.
But that's not making the noise.
No, that's not what's making the noise, but if you come back here, you can see, so this is where the CVT starts, that's that bell housing there. I believe it's the flywheel, or the, what else do they call it?
Flex plate.
Flex plate, yeah, they call it a couple different things. But
it depends on if it's a manual or automatic.
Well, and with this one, it's automatic, but it does have paddle shifters, which doesn't mean shit.
No, it's still flex plate. That part I do know.
But that's, so that's what I think is creating the problem. And once we get this intake off, we can actually see it from the front of the engine. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're gonna do to it, and we're gonna see if my diagnosis was correct. But after driving this car for over 100,000 miles, she and I have been through a lot, and if this doesn't work, it's gonna work.
The backup plan is Viking Funeral.
Backup plan? I think it sounds like a great idea.
We hope to not have to do that. We do want to get this thing up and running again because, quite frankly, it should be something we can fix right here in a carport, because I know you guys have done it. So we're just going to dig into it, and worst case scenario, we make it worse, and then we do Viking Funeral.
I always take it out.
Oh, because you're smarter than I am.
It should, yeah.
At least you're as reliable as I am.
I just put it back in the
right.
car.
Yeah, that's always my excuse.
What was in there?
Got one of them corn wasps?
Uh,
I don't know what that is, but you have corn up here, so I assume corn related. When you don't know what you're doing, just dive in, and you'll either make it worse or make it better. So it'll be fine. Make sure to drop most of the bolts into places you can't reach, because then that comes in handy later. That looks like a brand new bolt.
That probably was.
I do often end up removing more than I need to, but at least then I learn it, and then I never have to do it again. This seems fairly straightforward. Now the smart thing would be to look all this up and try to figure it out before I start digging into it, but I'm going to refer to Julia, who has taken this apart and absolutely knows every part of this car. That's why she's currently watching the video, to remember what it is she did. We'll figure it out. Now, I mentioned during the 12 Days of Buffmas that I was going to go out and try to help other people throughout the year get their projects going, or in this case, her daily, get it going again. And this is just one of the many I'm going to do throughout the year. So make sure you hit up the merch, buffsgarage.com. That does help support doing this. She's into this for no cost. I'm not going to let her pay a dime on this. So you guys watching are going to help pay for it by watching this video, commenting, liking, subscribing, and hit up the merch. I like your mechanic assault pack you got there.
Oh yeah, it's so helpful. I used to wear it every day when I was a landscape designer too. Just had everything that I needed.
Well, you always set the wrench down and you forget where it is. She has them attached to her, so she can't lose them.
Leg bag for the win. I don't know if this is supposed to come off or not. Doesn't matter. Come off!
I'll take that one out of there.
Oh, okay then.
So we remove this hose. Just gonna clean as I go here. Perfect. And I started getting this off. So we gotta still work that thing out, because we gotta get to that valve cover. Now, to clarify, what we're doing right now is we know it has a valve cover leak. We know we have to address it. We are waiting on some parts. So before we drop the transmission out, we need to make sure that we have the parts that we need. I at least want them in the state. So they are on their way. So we're going to do the easy task that we know we have to do. It needs to be done. And it'll also kind of introduce me to Subaru, and honestly working with Julia, because she's good at camera stuff, but I don't know how good she is as a mechanic, and I don't know how good I am as a mechanic for Subaru. So we're going to figure it out together.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a mechanic, but
we move forward regardless.
Hey, we do what we have to keep our stuff on the road. That's for sure. Number one. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just oil. It's fine.
Number two.
So those go through the valve cover, just for reference, through that hole. So yes, they are going to get oil on them. That's what the tube is for, is to keep the spark plug, coil wire, all that away from the actual oil. But it does pass through an oil soaked area.
Oh, you'll get my feet, not yours, Buff.
Just your socks. Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
Got it yet?
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Don't make me start calling you. Oh, there's 3 down here. F my life.
You know, I kind of called that.
Can I get that extender?
We're going to go ahead and pull these wheels off so that we get better access underneath here. And just for consistency, I went ahead and did this one too. And now it's out of the way. Oh, love it. There we go. Now, so much more room. So these crappy little lug nuts, they've kind of been beaten to hell, and with the Iowa winters, it's taking a toll. So we might just have to give a call to lugnutguys.com and see if we can't get her hooked up with some fresh ones. There you go. All right, now you just got to pop the plastics off.
Yep.
And we can get better access to
The
inside there.
right there.
You know, we could have just pulled the engine. It might have been faster.
Well, yeah, but what's the fun in that? Force it. Wiggle it. Potentially. Oh my gosh. Nope, I'm cutting it off. Nice. Well, let's just get this.
No, hold on. I think we can get it. There we go.
I missed.
And I mean,
Nice.
plastic cars.
There we go.
Now, with that out of the way, got all this room to access those 3 bottom bolts that are holding this on. And we did not pry it before we looked. We made sure, so we did not destroy the valve cover.
What? Why wouldn't you want to do that? We should probably get that oil pan.
Do this from the top or the bottom.
Whichever way you want.
Good thing I pulled those bolts out that were holding all this together.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, there's no... There we go.
There we go.
Come on, baby. Well, it's stuck a little bit. You down.
Beautiful.
And I guess we drop out the bottom.
Yep.
Because it ain't coming out the top. Oh, it ain't going out the bottom either. Perfect. Oh, all right, wait. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. And it switched. Wow. Somebody's watching this laughing at me right now, going, "You idiot, you gotta take it through the firewall. It comes out the glove box."
For real. Actually, it's going to go out the windshields is what I think.
Yeah, no, it probably is here in a minute. Like, that can't go backwards. We can't really go forward. It doesn't want to go down. I thought it was going to go down, but it didn't. Now up.
Hey.
And done.
Out.
Now, where's the seal at?
The non-existent seal that we
I heard it. Oh, here it is.
Ugh.
It's there. Yeah. Come on out. And so I guess these gotta come out too.
Well.
We missed the paint.
Oh.
Slightly.
We tried.
At least I'm doing this blind so I don't have to figure it out later.
Oh yeah, you got it. Here, let me get down from the bottom and grab this.
I'm almost there. Almost there.
Nice.
There we go. Alright. One thing down. Alright, Julie is now putting on the new valve cover gasket. There's the old gross one. It was hard as a rock.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was still kind of working, but you can't just tighten these down and just make it work. I mean, that's just like any engine. You can't just keep tightening them down. You got to replace them. And this should last you until the car blows up the next time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's all we really need it for.
And we got to do these guys too.
Yep.
They go right here. Oh yeah, hard as a rock. Like these are soft and pliable. These are hard as rock.
Wow. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, you feel the new ones.
There's at least some give, but it's just
Yeah.
petrified.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just drop those guys in there. Let them do their job. All right, with our new parts in here, Julie is going to very carefully,
Maybe.
be more careful.
Maybe.
You only got one of those, you rip it, it's done.
How did you...
Wait, are we doing both? We should be doing both.
Probably. We
Yeah.
can.
Then we just know it's done.
What if I go up from the top or from the bottom? Wait, did you get it out from the top or the bottom?
Top? Or bottom? I don't know. It's a Subaru. I don't know how that works. It wasn't that way.
Yeah, but if I can slide it through right here, that'd be really cool. Really cool.
It is fun to watch you do it, though.
Hey, thanks. Okay, that's spooky as fuck.
Does the words monkeys and footballs mean anything right now?
Me? I'm the monkey. And I don't know how to play football.
Yeah. Picking up techniques, we have this open hole down here.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, we could literally watch the video back and figure this out, but that seems like too much effort at this point, so... Hey, I see your exhaust is completely covered in oil too, so that's helpful.
I told you that that was leaking. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. I tried.
I'm gonna just drop it in and you're gonna be so mad. We are stuck on everything. Like, they put this tab here that hits here. Well, you got this thing right here that hits here. It's like they purposely designed it to not take these off unless the whole engine is out. This is why guys that work on old cars don't like new cars.
Hey man.
We'll figure it out, but just gonna point that out.
Yep.
Aha!
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
When you have a top and bottom guide.
I have the 10mm, please.
Teamwork. So it had to get past this, and this tab had to be behind this piece. So literally what we did was we tilted it just enough that I actually had to line it up directly with this flange, like it was sticking out here. And then once it did, it literally, she got under there, just kind of positioned it, and it wedged right in, and we're done. So it is a hold your tongue just right kind of thing.
Fiddle with it, but be careful of all of the...
Yeah, and you don't want to tear your gasket when you're doing it.
Cool! All right. So, unnecessary to take this off.
She's talking about this thing.
Yes.
That I took off because I couldn't get my big huge hand in there. So I took that whole piece off.
The perks that women have in mechanics is that we have, a lot of us, have tiny lady hands. And we can do a lot of this stuff by just, and this is even with rings on.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You know, I got rings on all the time. And never really a hindrance, but I always hear guys complain, and it's always so lovely, because it's just like, just a note in my brain. Wouldn't it be nice? But I have these connectors, so I have this white one there, and then...
And it has to come out?
Yes. But then, there's also this black one right here that I can't get off, so I'm going to employ you. Please help.
I got this. You don't want to know how quickly that just went. We'll just pretend like it took me a lot longer. Yeah. How about you? Yep, that was it. All right.
Fine.
And then this thing runs down. Have you never done these before?
Not that side, no.
Okay. Well, we're doing it because we're here. We need to do it. Oh, that bolt has to come out. That's my finger.
I haven't.
This is where man hands fails.
I haven't gotten any of the bolts out yet.
We can do an extreme oil change.
Yeah, I didn't. I did none of the necessary stuff.
Oh, you don't know about that, do you?
No. No, it does not.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's nice. That reminds me of the desert. Done. I am a genius! You gotta get in there just a bit. Get it without prying on it this time. I'm just being gentle.
Oh, you are?
Putting all the pressure.
Oh, nice!
Come on. Yeah, you've been in there in the middle. Alright, now. Same scenario, it only goes in and out one way. And this ain't the way.
So the issue is that this is caught up on... Oh, hi Buff. And this is all connected. Oh, that's tight.
It's really in there.
Oh, that's tight.
Yep.
All right. Well, we will play with this for a while, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's swap a Subaru.
So to be clear, there's a piece on the top that I took off on the other side that's 4 bolts. And if I took that back out, we could probably get this out. But we're trying to prove that we can do it without it. What Subaru should have done is notch that frame just like 1/4 to 1/2 an inch, and then this would be an in-vehicle job. But if you take this into the Subaru dealership, they're probably going to charge you a lot of money because they're going to want to pull the engine to do it. Wouldn't you know it, camera battery died, but we did get this one back in. I wish you could have seen it. It was great, but you didn't. So we'll just pretend like it didn't take us 2 hours to do that.
Oh, it wasn't 2 hours.
All right, 1 hour and 45 minutes.
See, not too bad.
It just fell right in.
Yeah, hey, and it only took, honestly, it's kind of nice to be able to have somebody directing and having a different perspective because these engines are so tight in here.
Just clean this up for you because this is, we got to make things nice and put them back.
Oh, yes.
So that the next person, which is probably you,
Yep, it's probably going to be
will
me.
appreciate it. Going, wow, that was really clean when we put it in there.
Oh, check it out.
It's like a traumatic thing. You just,
100%.
block it out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else are you supposed to do when you have no other modes of transportation? And when you get quoted $8,000 to replace a transmission, you CVT swap it in your buddy's garage with no lift and with dollies and just the most ridiculous rigging.
But do you give up?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. That's why I like her. She doesn't give up.
There's nothing that I can't learn. And we're in the age of information. Use it, you know?
Yeah, that O-ring's not the best.
You could.
But we don't have one, so.
Truly.
So
But
we'll just call it good.
you need to do an oil change. So,
That did not go all the way through.
good thing I have a magnet.
The fact that you have a magnet warms my heart.
Please excuse me while I go fishing. Come here, Grandma. Hello, we're almost done.
Well,
With step 1. Watch the cords, please. It's over.
Yeah.
This was Grandma's car. Yep. Yeah, this was my grandma's car, and I got it from her 4 years ago. It's been about 4 years, about 5 years now. So yeah, it's one of those cars, man, and it will keep going.
You cleaned it way better than me.
Hey, you also had
It was spotless.
You also had like 7 grandkids in the car, and like we would go on road trips. Well, and now I have dogs, so I have dog hair everywhere in that thing now.
Perfect car for dogs.
all right, with the valve cover gaskets replaced and all the seals back, all the little plugs and hoses and everything's where it should be. Wires, yes, everything's back. We now got to put everything back that we took out on that side. I'm going to leave the inner wheel well plastics out because I think it'll help us as we dig into this transmission. Maybe just give us a little extra access. We might not need it, but it's already out. No reason to put it back and then have to take it out again. As you notice, we never had to pull this side because I could actually get to it by just reaching underneath from the bottom. But there it is. One task done. Next is we're going to try to dig into this CVT transmission. I know zero about them, but from you guys and your comments on Instagram and Facebook, I know that it's not going to be fun. Julie has done this before, so at least she's familiar with the territory, and a lot of you guys are offering up information, and of course there's forums and everything else. So at this point, why do it right when I can do it right now? So next thing we're going to do is just jump into that. Back again this morning, still in the carport, got the car up in the air. What we're going for now is to try to get this CVT transmission unhooked, and Julia's here. She's done this before, which might be why it's broken now. I don't know.
Much to my great dismay.
Yes. So that's what we're doing right now, getting everything organized, making sure we have all the tools we need, and we're going to dive right in and just pull this thing apart because it's so easy. Everyone says CVT is the best transmission in the world.
Lies.
Sarcasm.
Absolute lies.
I do want to clarify that she doesn't actually have a problem with the transmission. It seems to be doing transmission things, but that god-awful noise seems to be coming from that vicinity, so we have to at least tear it apart, figure it out. Step one, according to Julia, I need to go ahead and pull this starter out. It looks simple enough. I can get to it from here. She, however, is going to have to crawl underneath.
Yep. So
that's the beauty of it being your car.
I'll get the CV joints taken off and out of the transmission. I'll disconnect the drivetrain from the back and get the heat shield off of there. And
I'll just do the starter.
Well, you'll do the starter, and then we'll also get you to undo the motor mounts. This driver's side will stay in. You'll just back out the bolts, and then this side right here, you'll actually take this whole motor mount out, and once that happens, then we'll stabilize the engine because it's going to have a lot of play when we start pulling on that bell housing. And then once we get everything disconnected, we'll work on the torque converter bolts, which we have to access through this tiny little porthole right here. There's a rubber cover right there. And then we'll pull them out from all the way in there. But it'll be interesting. And then we'll do bell housing and we're done.
There's a reason why they say this is an engine transmission out job. So, yeah, wish me luck.
I got it.
And there we go. 2 bolts and it's out. Now we just gotta pull this battery cable.
You can be disconnected now.
Do I need that one out?
You can take it out. It's all right.
All right. Good, because it's out.
Only got bad angles. Okay. Come on. Come on. Ew. Ugh. Ooh. Oh, that was good.
You just replaced this.
Yeah, I replaced this like 2 months ago. And it already, obviously, fell apart. But the other side, we had no problem popping out. Because this should, every other time I've taken out the CV joints, this just kind of just pops right out. Really easy. No big deal. But I'm going to say bad part, probably.
We've kind of got the engine braced up with a ratchet strap. I don't have a cherry picker here, nor do we have the room to drop everything out the bottom, because I know that's what you're saying right now. You guys that actually know what you're doing wondering why we're not just dropping it out the bottom. And the answer is, we don't have the room. Like, we're in a carport in a city. We don't have that kind of space. So, I'm at the point where the front transmission mounts that hook into the subframe are loose, but not removed. And the transmission is being held by nothing except for a couple of bolts. So what I want to do, I mean, it's still connected to the engine, right? Let's go ahead and start unhooking everything from the transmission. And I guess there's torque converter bolts that we have to access somewhere through here. Seems silly, but that's what she said. So she's done it before. I haven't. I don't know how I get talked into this, but I'm giving back. That's how this goes. I'm trying to help other people that need some help. I can always work on cool old cars later. This will get her back on the road and off to more adventures that you can watch on Sacred, Not Scared on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So she's checking these torque converter bolts to try to loosen them, but what'd you find?
So we got this all lined up, and as I am trying to get this socket on this 10mm bolt inside, I found that it wasn't even tight to begin with.
So we don't know if they're just loose and rattling, or if they've actually broken the flex plate, or we don't know. Could be a bolt rolling around in there. I mean, you guys heard the noise. It's a crapshoot. So if they were all there, let's say we tighten it, and we turn it, and we tighten it, we could still have a cracked flex plate.
So we're still going to
So it'd save us a lot of time to not deal with it, but you may have to deal with it later.
Yeah.
We're halfway here. We might as well do it. and then we know. And if there was nothing wrong, then we feel really stupid, but we know.
Yeah,
I'd rather know than not. So anyway, torque your flex plate bolts
to specs,
or use some blue Loctite. They can't come out if it's stuck. Now red is going to suck, but blue you could get away with.
I will say the first time that we took it out was the first time I ever took out a CVT. So
well, this is my first time taking out a CVT.
Well, we're gonna put it back together the right way this time.
Okay. Well, let's get after it. Oh, and it's falling out. Oh. None of these are tight, by the way. I blame no one. Shit happens. We are getting Loctite for it, not red Loctite, but blue Loctite for sure. Oh yeah. I don't need the ratchet at all.
That was the one that I started at the beginning.
That's what it is. It wasn't this. That was the one type.
Oh, sure. No, they were all loose.
You know, it happens. I mean, the amount of things I put back together and wasn't right, or they could have backed out. Yeah, that one looks really bad. All right, that's undone. So now we got to unhook the bell housing and get our transmission jack under there. Drop the drive shaft. I got 2 bolts on this exhaust to get it out of the way, and I think we're ready to pull the transmission. Now, just putting it out there, we could have just Loctited these bolts, put them back in, and hoped for the best. And if we had to be to work tomorrow, that's what I would do. Yeah. But this is our work, so we're going to just try to do it better-ish. I have dug into this thing and got what I think is all the bolts, all the wiring harnesses, all the, points of attachment off of this CVT transmission, with the idea being I've got a jack under it now, and I think if everything goes as planned, we should be able to back it away from the engine and drop it down. And really all we want access to is that torque converter flex plate thing. So let's see what happens. Come on, baby. Seems to be seized on something here. All the bolts are out. There we go. We just had to knock her loose a little bit. Should actually wiggle out now. Here it comes.
Wow.
What do you think?
Well, what took a few weeks for me, we definitely knocked out in what, 3 days? Less than 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Good on you, buddy. That's crazy.
Did you do all the bolts up, remember?
There it is.
There's your torque converter.
Yeah. And there we go. Torque converter's out. The whole point of all this was we need to be able to check the flex plate up here. But we want to pull that torque converter. Yeah, I see flex plate. I don't think it looks bad, but we'll pull the torque converter and take a better look. You know, it happens to all of us. You end up losing a tool, forget about it, put the car back together. It's not in the engine, it's down in the cross member, but we're going to dig that out. The flex plate looks fine. I see no cracks or anything. I was going to replace it if it looked bad at all, but it really doesn't. We may go ahead and double check those bolts, make sure they're torqued properly, and then reassemble this thing. So this is where those bolts were inserted, but not tight. They went through that into the torque converter, but everything else looks fine. There's no cracks or anything. However, we already bought the other one, so we're going to go ahead and switch it out, and then she'll have a backup if she ever needs it. Well, anyone with eyeballs could read that that ain't right. We did open it to look, and sure enough, that is a flex plate, not a flywheel. So I guess we're putting the original back in. It's not anybody's fault. She didn't know. She ordered what she thought was the right thing. And at the end of the day, we don't blame people for just not knowing. That's not really fair. You don't know, you don't know. I go through this a lot. So flex plate was fine. We're gonna put it back. We're gonna retorque it to spec. I looked up the specs on it. You know, maybe I got a little blue Loctite we can throw on there just for safekeeping. I wouldn't red Loctite it. That's a jerk thing to do. All right, we're gonna set our torque wrench here. All right, are we ready?
Yep.
Yep. And that's how it's done, simply to prevent issues later. I don't want anybody else to have to deal with this because Subaru.
Or
I probably get it. Or I fall and crush my face. I don't know. In you go, little guy. Uh-huh. There you go. And oop. There you go. And more. We need you a little more. All right, let's see if we can wiggle it back in place. Looking for the fill plug?
Yeah. It said driver's side, but...
It should be right about where you're at. That looks like it.
And that's just oil. Man, this thing's gross.
It leaked a lot of oil.
Oh, yeah, it did.
All right, we got everything back together as good as we can. We've got some other things to look at, but let's test and see if the sound went away.
Let's see.
All right, before we put everything back together too far, I noticed these rotors looked okay here, but these pads here are just horrible. And then I go to look back here, and the rotor's not great, and the pads aren't great. So I think we're going to be doing these too, because I'm not sending her back on the road with bad brakes. I mean, we're going to have so much horsepower and torque now that we fixed that transmission that we want to be able to stop. So I guess we are headed back to the O'Reillys. I don't think these are going to spec out to be able to be turned, but we'll take them and see. So in the meantime, guys, hit up the merch, buffsgarage.com. I'm paying for all this to make sure so that she's good to go back on the road and you have something to watch. So just support the cause. He doesn't have a mic on, by the way. All right, new rotors in place. So we'll get our new brake pads on there and then knock this side out, go do the other side, then hit the fronts. But it looks like you're doing something.
Meanwhile, we'll get this transfer pump all hooked up and then get to that hex bolt to fill, or I guess to top off the transmission.
Yep.
We lost some fluid.
Just a little.
Not a lot.
It's fine.
But yeah, we'll just give it a little top off. It's supposed to be up to heat when we do this, but...
And we'll get there. We're going to just make sure it's
we'll
good.
Get there.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm just half stupid.
No.
I'm just half stupid half of the time.
You're 3/4. Okay, bring your pipe out a little bit. There you go. You got it. Are you dead?
No.
Are you bleeding?
Probably my elbow's smashed, but that's
Okay.
all right.
It's okay.
I immediately don't feel pain because of the satisfaction I'm getting from this. I'm gonna plug her back up.
all right.
Put your finger in a
I'm
hole.
trying to. Oh,
Go back in, quick,
no! I lost it.
quick.
Oh shit.
Another 50 pounds of floor dry, guys.
For real, man.
Ah, yeah, you got it.
Sorry, I got nervous, guys.
Well, you know, it's not every day. So when's the last time you filled this?
Yeah, when Steve and I were working on the car.
Wait, was that Pennsylvania, Steve?
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Steve.
Oh.
Okay. So, I will say, I just got back from my O'Reilly trip, and you do have, and I told you so, that we did need the LEDs, even though I was just trying to go for the cheaper option, but did bring margaritas.
I love mobile margaritas.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a perk of Iowa, is to-go alcohol.
All right, so with that, we have the old rotors off. I had to use a sledgehammer to get them off. But now we got the new rotors prepped and ready. We're going to put the new pads on, get that back together. The rears are ready to go. And then this car is almost ready for a test drive. But we also have to paint it. So we might take it for a test drive to wash it, and then we'll start stripping the paint and taping it off. And we'll probably do a full paint job tomorrow. All right, last few things to button up. Noticed that we had a headlight out. So we went and grabbed some new LED headlights for this thing. We're gonna put those in. We gotta put our wheels back on. We're just gonna go ahead and give a shout out to lugnutguys.com for sending us fresh, new lug nuts. And these are the good high quality steel ones, so they're not gonna have the same corrosion as the last ones. And maybe not be as hard to get off.
Oh, they were a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it is in neutral. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently when I put this linkage back in, I did not have it in the right place. That is better.
So, Buff, what are we dealing with?
Subaru things. If we hold our tongue just right, it is currently in park. So we need to test it and make sure it works. And then when it fails, we can burn it to the ground.
Yes. Viking funeral.
Yes. Let's see if it works. All right, let's see it do things.
All right.
That isn't what we want.
Okay, wait, let's start over.
Okay.
Okay.
Make it go. That rattle is a heat shield on the exhaust.
It brakes.
Does it go?
What's going on?
Did you still put the brick under that tire?
Yes.
We're trying to go.
Go forward.
Pull forward. Oh.
Now go backwards.
Check it out. Hello. All right, we've done it.
So you've done this once before, and how many days did it take?
Oh, I don't know, a couple weeks.
So this is probably a 2-day job. We've spent the whole week to do it, so we took our time, went really slow.
It was also Buff's birthday, so we missed a day.
But all in all, it's working. And other than that annoying exhaust rattle, which we didn't even attempt
We
to
didn't
fix,
touch it.
it does not bang and sound like a rod's knocking anymore. Is it mad at you for not putting my belt on?
Yeah.
We're pre-washing.
Oh, it was so dusty. It hasn't been driven in weeks since before the 2K car challenge. What's happening on Main Street? Oh, I've missed this thing so much. Everyone rags on the steering ball. I don't care. I don't care if you dig it or not. This is one of the best purchases I've ever made. And also, airbag comes straight out. This is off to the side, you know. It's not in my face. I have it off, you know. And I also have red Loctite on that thing. Wow, what a babe. What a car. She's got, oh, I overestimated her. I'm sorry. She's got 215,000 miles.
Oh, you thought it was 200?
I thought it was 230.
Yeah. All right, so now we got to run to the store, buy some paint supplies, because we are going to do a carport paint job.
I've got some things cooking that have been cooking for the past couple years. I've been preparing for this.
And I think you're going to be surprised with the final product. You've seen me paint before?
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
No. We have to see how much it's going to cost to paint this car.
Well, I already got the expensive stuff, so.
By expensive stuff, you mean the most expensive tractor paint?
Not even tractor paint. It's
Yeah, there you go.
incredible paint.
It's not even tractor paint. I think you're going to be surprised. So we could do the right thing and, you know, try to wash all this back at the place and we're not going to do that. We're here to car wash, and she's going to go ahead and hose her on down, get everything kind of cleaned off the best we can. This is not going to be perfect. Besides, we got to sand it down anyway. But we just want to get the dirt and grime and like stuff like that off. But I mean, we got big dents. This whole fender's kind of buggered. The hood is not great.
Whoop.
Parts falling off.
There we go.
It's fine. And then this whole situation we got to deal with. So let's get it cleaned off, and then we can go back and start the bodywork.
Thanks, Buff.
So I have this little baby hammer, and then of course I've got a big sledgehammer, and that's all I've got to be able to do this body work. And we are not trying to make this great. We're trying to make it good. And there's places where it's dented out, and then there's of course places that's dented in. So if you ever watch Paul Barn Garage, you'll know that he likes a cave and pave method. So anywhere that it's high, we're going to knock it low. And then anywhere that's low, we're going to fill it. And I ended up getting U-pulled short strand fiberglass, with the idea being that as long as we can get this knocked down and then sealed up, we should be able to keep this from rusting any further. Most of this is body damage, and it's rusted because there's no paint on it. It's actually not rusting through. It's pretty solid. So we're not fighting rust as much as we're just fighting body damage. And there's plenty of it on this car.
Hey now.
But, you know, we got a whole day to do all the body work, sanding, and painting.
You love it, Buff.
Should be fine. Yeah, it's creased right through here. We're trying to recreate this body line. Yeah, it should be fine. Starting to come around a little bit. Now we just got to put a little bit of filler in there and start letting that set up. I think I need to go ahead and put some self-etching primer on this first, and then start our filler coat. Well, back this morning, we spent most of the evening trying to get a lot of this bodywork done. I have to finish up all of these parts that I used filler on, and I went back and got some spot putty just to fill in the little places that we need a little bit extra. Got a dent up here, I noticed, so I'm gonna have to get on that. But we have been doing our best to knock all the shine off the car. That's going to help our paint stick better. Getting it all masked off. I even got my buddy John from
Mad Scientist Garage
to show up and help us today. It's kind of all hands on deck just to get the body work done. That's the one thing I want to do at least as good as possible. Yes, I didn't pull the dents. I'm filling it with short strand fiberglass, but it's going to be straighter than it was. It's not going to rust because it's fiberglass. And then we're going to lay down the paint. I can't exactly explain what it's going to look like because I don't exactly know. This is her inspiration. This is something she wanted to do, and she's been prepping for this paint job for a while. But she didn't have the ability to do what we're doing right now. So get this knocked out and then on to paint.
So, you might be wondering to yourself, isn't masking a lot of work? And you would be correct, it sucks. Number one, you want this flexible plastic for stuff that needs a lot of contours. For flat surfaces like windows that you can make, just use paper. But it's key when you're trying to make these shapes, start from the top and run your fingernails along the body lines and the things you're trimming these to. That way, when you pop this out, you have a line to cut along with your scissors, and you don't cut it too short or way too long and cut it 3 times. And that's how we're going to get it done quickly and almost correctly, or so I have learned.
Well, in typical Buffsgarage fashion, we are fighting the wind and it's about to rain. Trying to paint a car outside, even inside, we have the same problem. It's always the wind or the rain or something that is trying to get in our way. But we also have really piss poor products that we're using. And I went all out and bought the U-Pull Fantastic Glass. This stuff works great. It has exactly done what I needed it to do. However, the same thing cannot be said for the spot putty. This is garbage. It sat on the car for 5 hours, a thin coat, never ever dried. Not supposed to use hardener with that. Never dried. Don't buy it. It's garbage. They didn't have any of the good stuff that Dalton uses at the O'Reilly's here, so we were just kind of stuck with what we had. I've literally rebuilt this completely out of fiberglass. I don't know if you remember, but it was all caved in. It did not align with the door at all. And now it does. I've got a skim coat because we don't have any spot putty. The other stuff's garbage. So I'm gonna have to sand that smooth and try to make that look like a fender. Also dealing with sandable primer. I put it on there and it wouldn't dry. So I had to scrape it back off, get back to at least something that's dry, and then we'll go back and resand this whole thing and start over there. This side, I did a dent right here. That turned out great. I used just the short strand fiberglass and it's fine. I filled in all of these up here. They turned out great. No more holes, or dents I should say, hail dents. And then same up here, did a hail dent right here, turned out fine. There's one over there I'm finishing up working on. There was a rock dent here and it is gone. Hood dent there, it's gone. We're still working on the front of the hood. And then I still got this to finish. It was spot putty and it never ever dried. It took 5 hours, never dried. So I rebuilt this part. This was fine. So now Julie is wiping the car down with wax and grease remover. It may seem like we're doing it out of order because I'm not done with this part of the bodywork yet, but it's gonna rain. So we're trying to get as much done as we can while we can.
Yeah, we're kind of working around each other right now. So.
Yeah. Normally we'd finish all the body work before we did anything else, but we are already half a day behind. Those products set us back quite a bit, and quite honestly, just having to run back and forth and get different stuff didn't help. Honestly, it was a lot more body work than I thought. That's really my fault, nobody else's. They did the whole car, they got Scotch-Brite on everything. They did the work. I was just slow getting the body work done. So we're gonna finish that up, get this thing into primer, hopefully tonight. Then we gotta sand it down. I guess we're shooting it tomorrow instead of today, which is what we wanted to do, but the weather says otherwise. Well, once again, we got rained out before we got too far, and I finished most of the body work. I got a little bit still in that corner back there, but we are red Scotch-Briting everything else. We did all the white. No, we're not going to primer the whole car, mainly being we don't need to. It's spray paint. It'll adhere. But we did knock everything down. Anything that we've primered, we now got to hit a second time. But we're real close, and I'm excited for it. This fender turned out much, much better than I expected. Yes, I used a little bit of that putty. It's probably gonna kick me in the butt later. We got this back door done, the front fender, and the sanding queen. She's ready to paint. Yes. So we gotta be done. That's part of it. The bodywork's the most important part, and even though it is in a carport and it's not the best, it's going to be as good as we can make it. But we gotta start painting today. There is no other choice. We got thunderstorms coming, because of course it is, and hopefully we can get this done before 8 o'clock tonight. The wind is killing our masking tape.
And we're about to start painting.
We are. We're just gonna have to be done. We got things to do.
We got things to do.
All right, the moment is here. Bodywork is about as good as it's ever gonna be in a carport. We could do better in a paint booth, but maybe that's for next time. Another vehicle. Ladies are getting their tape marks ready. This is going to be one interesting car. Let's just say that. So I don't know if you remember, but we had put up plastic to kind of block this area off, but the wind has torn it down twice now, and I tried to put it back up and it immediately got ripped down. So we're just gonna wing it. The wind's blowing that way, so the neighbors' cars shouldn't be affected, and we'll just hope for the best. Now we went through and we wiped the whole car down with grease and wax remover. We do have some of that sticky cheesecloth stuff. We will tack cloth the thing just before she starts painting, but she's getting her masking up, and I don't know what she's gonna do, but she does, and so it's gonna probably, I don't know, we'll see.
All right, we're finally at a point where I'm gonna start painting. Here we are. Got a two-tone thing going on, so the top is gonna be green, and then follow along to see what I do with this little girl. Man, Buff did an incredible job on this. I'm so impressed. Only, wow, okay. Putting a 3-year project to bed. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. Ask any of my family. I'm out, soldiers.
She finally put me in. So I'm gonna do this color shift, which is just all one layer. We're not trying to do anything artistic with it. We're just covering everything with this color shifting paint. So I finally get to do something.
I've run into a slight issue, and that is the weather, as usual. It seems as though, you know, we've got a pretty good storm coming in, and I don't have, you know, the proper anything to do this correctly, of course. And but you know, overall she looks pretty good so far. I have sent my sister Lillian and Buff to go get me more holographic paint. There should be 2 more cans in the surrounding 15 miles. I've gone through that many so far. Pray for me! So, another problem. Now it's raining. So I am really trying to prioritize getting the hood done so that we can at least just call it on this. But first time painting a car, it's obviously going great. Super great.
Well, she is now remasking to do the bottom half. So you really don't get to see, there's a little peek, little bit of the top there. So yeah, she's got to still paint all of this. If you want to see more of this in detail, you're going to have to watch it on her channel, because I think, or at least I'm going to pressure her into taking all her GoPro footage and putting it on for you to watch.
Colors down.
Now, Julia's been working late into the night. She's been battling the weather, the cold. It just dropped to about 50 degrees out here, so she's freezing her tail off. But this is not something I can help her with. This is an artistic vision. This is not just laying paint down on a car. So this is what you're going to have to see until the big reveal. So it's a mystery to me too. So I'm going to let her do her work. I'll catch you up for the unmasking.
This is now day 2 of the 1-day paint job, but I have been putting my heart and soul into this, so I won't give you too many spoilers, but this is pre-sanding. Right now I'm just laying a whole bunch of paint, and then I'm gonna build a design on top of it. Well, I'd say there's progress been made.
It's definitely almost there, like you're really close.
I think you're just telling me that to make me feel better.
No, I'm telling you that because I told them they're not allowed to see it until you unmask it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
This is what starving artist looks like.
Oh, this is 2 days. Oh.
And this is what you call artistic vision. If we were just painting this car, we would have been done in like a couple of days. But she had a specific thing in mind she wanted, and she is slowly delayering the paint. So she's putting paint on, taking it off to get the effect she wants, and in the process creating something that's pretty amazing. And I can't wait for you to see it. But I'm not going to be able to stick around to finish because I got to get back home, get ready for Poverty Tour. So stand by for the finished product. Well, as you can see, I made it home, but I just got sent a video from Julia up in Iowa showing me the finished product of the new Subaru Troutback.
Our limit of trouts and reds, then go digging in the oyster bed. Early Sunday, Larry and me took a fishing trip to the deep blue sea. We're gonna catch ourselves stringer trout, get back home before church gets out. Filled up the cooler with beer and ice, hitched the trailer, checked it twice. No need to have an accident. Opened the beer and away we went. When we got there, the tide was high and the wind was low and the sun was bright. We baited our hooks, tied some lures, lit a cigar and opened up another Coors. My, hey, hey, let's go fishing.
She's done. After 3 days, 3 days of 2 days of sanding and a day of painting, and I don't know, 20 cans of spray paint probably. I'm only grateful for Buff and everyone who supports him, because this would not have come together so quickly without you guys. While I have been planning this for a long time, I obviously hadn't done it yet for many reasons. And I'm just thankful that this could all come together, and I hope that you enjoy the absurdity and know that this is my daily driver. I drive this every day. So here's to all of you. I hope you all have a great day.
Thanks for watching Buff's Garage. Make sure to hit up the merch, buffsgarage.com. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and hit the like button. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Buff. Here's to you, buddy.